Hey gamers, it's been a while since my last upload and I'm sure many of you are curious about what I've been up to. Well, I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that I've been doing a whole lot of nothing. And what do I mean by nothing? I mean nothing! And please don't think I mean only in terms of personal life progress. No sir, this very well includes my library of unfinished video games. So let's take a quick look at everything I haven't completed since my last upload. Final Fantasy I of the Pixel Remaster variety. The only Final Fantasy I've played before this one was Final Fantasy 15, actually one of my favorite games of all time. I've had a bit of leisure for the foreseeable future and decided to try out the Final Fantasy Journey. My team consisted of a monk, thief, white and blue mage, and was immediately added, pinged, mentioned, and replied to in every fashion explaining how much of an idiot I was to use a thief. However, I ask, who's the real moron? The ones who wouldn't play a game, who couldn't play a game with a suboptimal team? Or me, the one with the drive to never give up on his comrades? The answer is me, because I'm stuck, and I'm not asking those jerks for help. Super Bullet Break is a hot anime girl card game roguelike, shoot me, that has some of the most inspired character designs I've ever seen. You play as a girl fighting to save video games from a virus that gives the characters free will and agency. There's more to it than that, I think, but for the sake of comedy, I'll leave that in. Besides the girls, it's got a basic gameplay loop, right? You beat enemies, you get a card, you get coins, you can buy cards with those coins if you want, roll for cards, lose, and you unlock some cards for the next run. Now, while fun, my issues at the first world is really hard. And you know what? I have it on good information that's the point. The point is to suffer. Super Bullet Break World 1 is a total troll on this point. And the only thing its bullets have broken is me. Aim Lab is not a video game in the sense that you might be thinking of, but it's something that I should be practicing more with if I want to get good at things that I am playing. So that's my bad. Doom, the 1993 version, is something that I'm sorry, the head bobbing makes me kind of sick, but I was able to play an hour or so, a little bit less, and you know what? The reboots were kind of boring to me, so I was a little bit surprised at how Doom OG it felt actually fast and cool and fun. A bit of a cold take here, but I liked how killing demons wasn't like trying to squash cockroaches. It was like that they were enemies in your way and you're just trying to get out as fast as possible. Unlike where I felt like Doom Reboot was more about clearing a checklist. I found OG Doom to be a bit more thoughtful in that regard, so I'm hoping that I can one day stop being nauseous at any sort of motion in video games and give it another chance. Slay the Spire is another card game that I haven't beat. No cute anime girls on this one, so points deducted for that. Rabby Ribby. After getting kind of into platform action games like Celeste and Eterna Noctis, which I'm not quite sure if those genres fit, but both games, they really hit a sweet spot in my brain. Unfortunately, I tried playing this during a hurricane, which distracted me a bit and didn't help leave a positive memory in my head. However, everyone that has played it has told me it's the best of its kind out there. So it's one of those games that I'm going to have to sit down, lock myself in my room, and get it done. Lethal League Blaze is incredibly fun to play with my friends, and not really fun to play with AI, so the story mode is going to be sitting there for a little bit. I recommend more actually the multiplayer if you like screaming while you go 1 million miles an hour slapping balls. The Pathless. I have no clue where to go or what to do. I really wish they called it The Path, because I have zero sense of direction. Eterna Noctis. Have you ever called yourself the Spanish King of Darkness? Well, if you have, I have the game for you. Eterna Noctis is the chuny game to the max. It feels huge, but it's an incredibly easy to navigate game. Combat and platforming are only as difficult as you want it to be. Put in the time, thought, and gaming sense into it, and you'll come out a winner. Apparently, I like being a loser, since no matter how hard I try, there's this one boss, the juice is just not there. I think if I dedicate a day to it, I'll annihilate the sucker and have no more trouble for the rest of the game, but until that day, if you like Metroidvanias, I recommend you beat it in my stead. I'm actually asking that you beat it, actually, and then send me what you did, and then I can watch it, and then I can do it. The Caligula Effect 2? What if you made a game about some assholes and they actually aren't all that pleasant to be around? And in fact, understanding that maybe even if this justifies wanting to escape reality, you shouldn't do it anyway. Well, that'd be Caligula 1, an excellent game with, dare I say it, even better villains. While maybe this is a game I don't want to sell too hard on the villain storyline, I think anyone that can appreciate a bit of unsexy trauma paired with a classic anime filtered theme of hope and growth will enjoy what Caligula has to say. Anyway, Caligula 2, I've heard it's more of that, but better, and with protagonists you can actually care about. Unfortunately, I think it's actually a little bit more of everything, like map size, side quest, etc. So I remain intimidated, but it's a game I am determined to finish soon. Like, look, I have the bag, I did the thing, I pre-ordered it for the PS4, and then my PS4 stopped working, so I was like, oh, I'll just get it when it goes on PC, if it ever goes on PC, and then it went on PC, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to play Caligula 2, and then we're here. Sekiro is a game that encourages you to never stop slashing, no matter what. The enemy attacks, you slash. The enemy runs, you slash. You slash, you slash again. And this important lesson cannot be forgotten at any single moment. You stop slashing, you're dead, and I won't stop slashing, and I'm still dead. Okay, so Lobotomy Court is a game that I've been told the tutorial is a little useless until you've actually played the game for a few hours, which scares me because the tutorial already scared me. So that one's on the back burner for now. Apex Legends is a game I forever lost the moment I spent too much money, on a free-to-play game. But hey, I got cool JPEGs and you don't.